'cause my monsters are real, and that's reality, and there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel, and these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die, and there's no going back. If I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yeah, my monsters are real. Good for you, you hurt everybody. Good for you, you hurt everyone. Good for you.
Hello, everyone. Hope you are having a great day or a great night, depending on your time. This is MNSpiritCast, hosted by myself, Marcus, lead investigator and founder of Minnesota Spirit Hunters. Tonight's guest is the founder, lead investigator for Spokane Ghost Crew and your ghost host for the Spokane Ghost Talk. Take a look at this clip, and then we're going to bring our guests on and have a great podcast. Take a look.
Come over here on the camera and look at this. That is a perfect
3. And another 3 right here.
That equals 6.
What did I know? What? That's. I see 4 right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is documentation.
This one right here, dude.
Something
That's.
just felt like it latched on to my leg. It didn't feel quite right. Just to get a close-up of it here.
That was the
You can
flashlight.
see the scratched
Yep.
one right there.
Yep.
And then gouged skin and another one over here.
Yeah.
That's a pretty wicked distance apart there.
Man. You just got the Trinity twice again.
There weren't 3
2
marks on there.
times right now. Huh?
There weren't 3 marks on there.
The first one is 3. 3 marks.
I feel I need to leave the room for a minute to gather my thoughts, but this is too good of evidence.
Yeah.
You just scratched my leg. You gouged at my leg.
Why? Why don't you scratch me?
Please welcome special guest, lead investigator and founder of Spokane Ghost Crew, Brian James. How's it going, Brian?
Everybody.
And we have
Good,
another
brother.
special guest with us tonight. Please welcome Guthrie. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. How are you holding up?
Not
My
bad.
fucking lead. What's up, Guff?
Not a whole lot, buddy.
All
Gotta
right,
let 'em
Brian,
invite 'em
Brian,
like I'm in.
So to kick off this podcast, Brian, what was this video clip that I was just playing? Where was this taken?
That was at the J&R house. You remember how I told you I got physically attacked twice, once in the bathroom, once in the little girl's room?
Yep.
That was the attack from the little girl's room.
Really?
Yeah.
And when I was taking that piece of that video out, excuse me, when I was taking that piece out, I see that you guys had dolls in the room. Do the dolls, like the porcelain dolls, have anything to do with those scratches?
You know, I don't think so. I was sitting in a chair probably 10 feet away from them, and all of a sudden my leg just started burning. And I was like, what the hell, dude? You need to check that out. And they put the camera on it, and sure as shit, dude, it gouged my leg.
That's crazy, man. So far, we got a couple guests with us. We got a couple viewers. We have Aaron Wing, founder of Nationwide Paranormal, says hello.
What up, Aaron?
Aaron, thanks for joining us, man. We'll see you next week on the show. And then
Yeah,
we
you need to be
have
on my
the one and
podcast
only.
too, buddy.
We have the one and only Brandon Crody, founder of Paranormal in the Funhouse. Hey, got from the Funhouse every day, more doctors tomorrow, hitting the bed early, or I'd be on good night. I'll be rewatching. Can't wait for you to rewatch, man, and I hope this doctor situation is going well for you and your health is in great condition or at least getting better. So all love from Minnesota Spirit Hunters to you. Brian.
With Spokane Ghost Crew, man. Hope you
Awesome.
get better.
Brian, so what's new with the Spokane Ghost Crew?
Guthrie made his glorious return after 2 years.
Woo.
And I've been itching at the bits to investigate with him. There's nothing like investigating with Guthrie. He is my throw under the bus, get the spirit pissed off type of guy.
But it always backfires, so I never feel like I'm in danger.
Every time it backfires, but that's all right.
Right.
But, after getting stood up by the Roxy Event Center, which for anybody watching in the Spokane area, do not do business with her. She is a crooked, drunk witch.
That's putting it nicely.
Yes, it is. Very nicely. He ripped us off of over $300.
Minus the W, add the B.
Yeah. But, we have an investigation coming up on the 3rd. I started a raffle for 4 lucky winners to go with us on this investigation. Tickets are $5 a piece, no entry limit. Buy 50 tickets, you're guaranteed you and your 4 friends are in.
And do you feel like you're in the spot to disclose where this place is?
Well, they asked me to keep it private, so what I do when they ask me to keep it private is I give it a nickname. So we're calling this one the Shannon House.
Okay.
Is this the one you and I discussed last week?
Yeah, with the musical box noises, the growls, the full body apparitions.
Right. Okay.
Shit moving around on its own and getting thrown.
Wow.
Right.
So Guthrie, what is your plan to get back in action with the SGC?
Investigating for me is like riding a bike. I'm just gonna hop in there, going unprotected, and see what shenanigans I can raise.
Adam, I taught
Absolutely.
you well, Guthrie. I taught you well.
Brian, I understand you're a bit frustrated tonight. Do you want to disclose a little bit why?
Oh, yeah. I'm chomping at the bits for this one.
Oh, man, here we go.
So 12 o'clock rolls around. We have a podcast with a team from the UK. My daughter's school calls at 11:45 a.m. saying I have to go pick her up. So I tell this dude, all right, we got to do the podcast on the road. About halfway to the school, feed cuts out, and we missed that podcast. The Spirit Chasers didn't come on the show tonight like they were supposed to, but Charleston Paranormal showed up all right, about 2.5 sheets to the wind.
Oh, man.
Taping a fucking laptop to his chest. Drunk women all around. And while this dude is taking 5 minutes to do whatever he does, I decided to play a 2-minute video. And what does this prick do? He fucking ghosts me on my own show. Gone without a trace. Poof, like Houdini. Dude, not cool, man. You don't ghost somebody on their own podcast.
Right.
Yeah,
I understand that it's frustrating, man, because I was on this podcast and we were having a hell of a good time. And we were talking to this guy and we were talking to some of his friends, but there's a difference between, having a good time but there's a time to be professional. And when we do these podcasts, we're absolutely professional sometimes. Not
Yeah.
all the time. but you know, just ghosting somebody on their own podcast, just because you're a paranormal team, you don't get to ghost somebody, you know, whatever. All jokes aside, you know, just ghosting somebody on their own podcast just isn't good, you know.
It just seems like he was hot shit. He had all the fancy equipment. He was better than all of us. Remember him saying they capture more evidence than anybody.
Oh, is that a fact?
If they do, good for you, but you're a dick for fucking ghosting me, dude. And I hope this podcast gets back to you.
I don't really want to have another feud. Remember how the last one went down?
No, I actually don't. What happened?
The last feud that happened is there's like a little bit of a turf war here in Spokane between us and another crew. Names I won't disclose. And it got to the point where, you know, they started taking over our sites and whatnot, where we were. This is when you were on hiatus. They started taking over our sites and whatnot, and we got handsy a couple of times. It was like turf war. It was great.
Oh boy!
I don't want to do another feud right now.
Well, this guy's in South Carolina, so you don't have to worry.
I'm not worried. I'm worried for him if he was up here to do something stupid like that.
Oh yeah, I'd be worried for him too. He's got a team of 5. I've got a team of 14. You know, odds are a little in our favor.
Just send me in. You'll be all right.
I'll send Lori Midge Klein in, and we'll be all right.
You send Mama Midge in.
So Brian, I want to ask you something, Brian. What made you want to start doing paranormal work, like in general, before you even started a team? What made you want to get in the field and get going and start just whatever we do, you know?
Well, you know, I had my experience at 5 with a pair of glowing red eyes in the closet. Never moved, never made a sound, just stared. And you know, luckily we moved away from that house, and you know, ever since then it just kind of piqued my interest to the point where I hit teenage, and instead of watching the shows, I'm taking notes and what to do and what to say. And granted, I got it from the wrong team. Hang on, I got to sneeze. Ghost Adventures. Excuse me. But you know, we were sitting around, and me and Rick looked at each other and said, dude, why don't we start a team? So we talked to David, we talked to John. Those are the 4 founding fathers. And David wanted to name our team Ghost Bumps. I looked at him like he was high and said, no, absolutely not going to happen.
It cracks me up, though. This is the same guy that was like 3 + 3 = 6 during that little cutscene video.
Yeah, very smart. Very smart.
Hey, thanks for letting us know, bud.
I love David to death. He's my former brother-in-law. I've known him since I was 17. You know, and he's a good dude. A little slow up top, but he's good.
So for lack of better terms.
So how long did it take you all 14 of you to settle on Spokane Ghost Crew, the name of your team?
The 4 of us, it came within an hour and a half. It was either Spokane Ghost Crew or Spokane Ghost Society.
Okay.
And we chose the crew, and no more than 2 weeks later did we have my buddy Joe knocking on my door saying, oh, you started a paranormal team. Why don't you come investigate my house, you know, and blah, blah, blah. He total skeptic at the time.
Right.
So we said, you know what? Why not? We got 3 phones. It works.
Right. We got a little bit of Mr. Matt Barron here. Your consulting is heading to bed. I'll be rewatching tomorrow. Very, very proud of both crews. Love you guys. We love you right back, man. Thanks
We
for
love
everything
you
you do
too.
for us.
Most
I
definitely.
kind of love you. I kind of love you.
But once we got in there, our first piece of evidence was a Class A EVP of a little girl humming.
Mm-hmm.
And when we presented this to Joe and Lisa, or the J&R house, Lisa's jaw hit the floor because that is the same song that she hummed for the past week and couldn't get it out of her head.
Wow.
Joe looked at me like, dude, what the hell is even going on?
Right.
Like, he was speechless. I mean, we pulled out nicknames. I almost socked Rick in the face.
Wow.
I got pinned down. I was attacked twice. Roses got destroyed. Teddy bears got thrown. We ensued in a
He
goalie
was a
pillow
very
fight.
cuddly bear that night.
Shut up, Guthrie.
So, Brian, I understand that you have recently released some Spokane Ghost Crew merchandise.
We haven't released it yet.
Okay.
We're still in the talking stages of it, and I unfortunately have to buy a shit ton of shirts. But you can buy a hoodie for $45. It'll look like this, except for get the camera right here. Except for it won't be red. You can have Spokane Ghost Crew put down your arm. It'll say Spokane Ghost Crew in the back, and if you even want, you can have your name on your hood.
I like that. I'll definitely be purchasing one.
Our shirts will run for we're discussing in between 25 and 30. Of course, $5 a shirt goes to our shirt maker. $10 a hoodie goes to her to keep her in supply and pay her for her time. But she does amazing work. John has a purple hoodie. My sister has a pearl-looking hoodie that changes colors in the light and sparkles like a vampire. And
wow.
Yeah, she does amazing work. She even made me a pair of SGC socks because I'm always in my flip-flops.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. Did you say the hoodie sparkles like a vampire?
Yes, I was making a Twilight joke.
I feel like driving down there and personally slapping you, sir.
Put the baby powder on it. You know how I like it, Big Daddy Pimp slapping.
I don't hold back on my hose. It's all right.
And while we're on the merchandise subject, Minnesota Spear Hunters have officially released stocking caps and baseball caps up for grabs. Very reasonably priced, but you can message Lisa or myself and let's get you a hat in production and get it to you. So,
oh yeah, I am down.
Yes, sir. I'll definitely be getting a hoodie from you too. Let's see.
You're gonna have to message me on who does your hats, because if you guys are getting a good deal on hats, I will give you my secret to where I get my hoodies and my shirts. Fair
Absolutely.
trade.
Absolutely. Well, I'll actually disclose it on here. I have a personal seller through Amazon.
Nice.
They are my distributor. We have team shirts on the way. It basically has the Minnesota Spear Hunters logo right in the middle, and then it has our first name and our title underneath. So once we get those shirts, we're going to get together as a team and wear our shirts, wear our hats, and take a picture for everybody.
That's
Hey-o.
dope. Dude.
Hey, clothes are required, right? I got to make sure.
Only towels.
Okay, towels work. Start throwing a toga party.
Toga.
So, Brian, what was it like for the Spokane Ghost Crew on Halloween night? I know you were talking about the Roxy Event Center, which I have that video somewhere that I created for you, and I'd love to play that, but I don't have it added here. However, What was it like when you were going to do the Roxy Event Center and then you figured out that you your funds got taken and you couldn't do this anymore and you put so much time into it? What was that like for you?
Dude, we got to the Roxy and instantly a sinking feeling hit my gut when I saw about 115 people pretty much almost drunk, and there's a DJ and there's all these flashing lights. I don't do well in big crowds, so I went to the back room with the rest of the team. We sat there, there was no beer vendor there because she didn't have an alcohol license.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow everybody was getting drunk, if you catch my drift. Wink, wink.
Yes, sir.
A BYOB party with a business owner that is totally against the law.
Yeah. Wow.
So, 10:30 rolls around and she comes up to me maybe half, 3/4 of the way drunk and says, "Oh, I don't know if we can do the investigation. These people are getting pretty tipsy." I said, no. Keep selling the raffle tickets. We're doing great. We got about 100+ people in here. The vendors paid. We're making money. I will take 10 drunk jackasses on an investigation. I'll point somewhere. They'll go sniff it out like a dog, and it'll waste a complete hour, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
So the party was supposed to end at midnight. We're there until 12:20 until the doorman comes in.
Yeah.
And he says, "Dude, she's drunk off her ass. She can't stop the party. Neither can I. I'm sorry you guys wasted your time." I said, "Hey, you know what? I've had enough of this place anyways. I just want to collect my money and I want to go." She comes downstairs. Why are you all mad at me? Like, nobody's mad at you.
Mind you, this girl was stumbling everywhere.
And,
Can get a word in edgewise. Just
she blamed me for everything that went wrong that night, and pretty much shooed my entire team away like we were garbage eating peasants, and says, "I'll deal with you tomorrow."
Wow.
So I called the doorman the next morning and I said, "Look, I'm not calling her. If she's the businesswoman I think she is, she'll call me and we'll square things away.
Absolutely.
If she's the businesswoman that I hope she's not, then I'm not going to hear from her again." And here we sit November 10th and I haven't heard shit.
Really?
Rebecca Kern at the Roxy Event Center. Don't do business with her.
Wow.
It was definitely much to be desired. However, some of the vendors there were actually pretty cool to talk to and hang out with and kind of network with. There's one lady there, she did a tarot reading for me, and I've never done that before, but she was right on the money with everything that she had to say. I was actually thoroughly impressed. It takes a lot to impress me these days.
You got one too, dude? That girl was creepy accurate.
Very accurate.
Wow.
Hope you don't mind I'm drinking a beer on camera.
Oh, dude, you know what? Do you. I don't
You're
mind.
drinking water. That's not beer, princess.
Shut the fuck up, Guthrie. Nobody asked you.
So after all, you lost all of the money you put in for it. You took a lot of time to put it together. You had people helping you with this stuff, and then it was a huge turn down.
Sorry.
However, it sounds like you met a few interesting people. So I mean, at least you got something out of it. You didn't walk out with your money, but
but we were
with, a couple of good friends, and a lesson learned: don't trust people.
Right.
Well, you can't not trust people because of one bad person. We've had many opportunities that didn't end badly for us.
I mean, I trust my circle, and that's about it.
Right.
I've been screwed over by many of people in the paranormal field. Rebecca just being the top of the list. You got Chet Kasky.
Ooh, yeah.
Fucking a few other places that I won't mention. But, you know, we've had our chains jerked around for a good portion of our career.
You can't just take a sip. You got to take a swig.
We've been promised things that have fallen through. You know,
All right, princess, my bad.
We've had our chance at fame and fortune just for it to be taken away by somebody not ever emailing us back after getting our hopes up. You know, it's been one obstacle after another for the SGC in the past 8 years.
Right, right.
You know, but we keep trucking on and we keep our hopes up due to para-unity.
That's all you have to do, man. You just got to keep your head up and keep on moving, and don't let one person discourage you. You know, there's some people out there who just absolutely, it seems like they don't care, if you know what I mean. But you just got to look, right. You just got to look past it and keep your head up and keep on moving, man. That's what you're doing. I give you props for that. Absolutely,
man. I much appreciate that. And by the way, that opening you had, I really appreciate you having all my logos in that, man. That was really tight to see.
Absolutely, man. Well, you've done a badass job on making them. I appreciate that.
You're rocking the logos. MJC's rocking the logo. Paranormal Consultants rocking the logo.
Dude, you're everywhere.
I am. I actually did my first UK team for a logo. Now I've got a couple people that actually want to pay me for logos, and you know, I foresee a profitable thing coming from this.
Absolutely, man. Keep on going with it, and you never know what's going to happen.
Guthrie, don't look at me like that.
I was staring at my kitty.
You were not. You were staring at me, you sexy bitch.
I mean, I'm not drunk enough to call you sexy, but hey, more power to you, guy.
Hey, that's all right. Pound a couple down, but
you know, I think
all right,
honestly.
so Brian,
sorry, go ahead. I'll say it later.
oh, you can go ahead, man. I got time.
Okay. Honestly, for the SGC, I think Chet Kasky, losing him was detrimental because after we lost him, we lost a lot of airtime in terms of investigation and funds.
He really did on that one because, you know, he gave us a lot of equipment, an Obelisk 3, a bunch of ghost meters, a spirit box. He was paying my crew, well, mainly me because I was going on the tours, but he was paying me $40 a tour just to sit on a bus and go on the tours or run a Corbin Mansion investigation. And, you know, what happened is I got into personal with him, started doing work at his house, started looking at him like a father figure. And he got drunk one night after he got back from a Lewis and Clark expedition and swore up and down I sold 4 or 5 of his books and I owed him $75-$80. I said, Chet, I never sold one of your books because you never stocked the bus full of the books.
Right.
Well, you're a goddamn liar and I hate thieves and blah, blah, blah. And I said, whoa. You just call me a thief?
Wow.
That's the one thing I've never done in my life is stolen from somebody.
Right.
I called him up the next day and I said, look, you thinking I'm a thief, man, I can't work with you anymore.
Yeah.
You know, we're cutting ties here. I apologize, you know, and that was that. And Trevor never sent in for a receipt from Amazon so he could write off the night vision camcorder he bought us.
Mm-hmm.
And that pissed him off too.
Wow, dude. Sounds crazy.
You know, we've had a few really good spots that got screwed over. You know, Channel 14 was a big deal. and that fell through, and numerous emails from bigwig paranormal companies, and we'd email them back, and we wouldn't hear shit from them after they invited us, to possibly have our own show, and we would email them back, and we would get absolutely nothing.
Right. Wow.
And there was one point in time in our second and third, maybe fourth year, we were considered the hottest paranormal team in the Northwest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were being called from places between Spokane, Oregon, Idaho, so on and so forth. And I mean, we had 1 to 2 investigations seemingly every other night. There was a lot going on, and
dude, there were nights we were doing investigations 4 and 5 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, we were rocking it. We had people from across the country willing to pay for us to get there, pay for our hotel, pay for our way back, plus give us $500 cash for coming out and doing it.
Wow, dude. That's awesome.
There were many, many opportunities, and unfortunately, though, it's like we took on way too much at once, because at the time we weren't 14 strong.
No, at the time we were about 6, maybe 7.
Mm-hmm. So, Brian,
And,
I want to talk to you a little bit about. Sorry, go ahead.
No, please go ahead. I'm
right.
good.
So, I want to talk to you a little bit about your Spokane Ghost Talk show. We have been guests on your show quite a few times recently. Tonight, I was your co-ghost host, and I appreciate you for giving me that opportunity. But can you give us a little? What's up?
Sorry, we got ghosted.
Oh, man, you don't always know what's gonna happen, So, can you give us a little insight on who you're expecting to bring on your show in the near future?
Dude, all I can tell you is I have a shit ton of paranormal teams from around the world. I am booked every day in November, including Thanksgiving, for a special someone and me to do a 15 to 30-minute podcast. Hell, dude, my birthday is November 29th, and I'm hooked up with Christina Carletti, who runs a paranormal magazine, which you, ourselves, MJC, and Matt Barron are all going to be featured in that magazine, because if I'm going up in the rankings, you guys are coming right behind me.
Heck yeah, man. We appreciate that.
I'm going to leave Guthrie behind, though, because he's a jackass.
Yeah, well, you'll come back to grab me. You'll miss me too much.
You're damn right I will. I've already missed you for 2 freaking years, dude.
In terms of ghost hunting, act like I ain't even been at your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not the same when we ghost hunt.
No, it's not. Usually when I'm with you at your house, apparently I get drunk and let your wife do my makeup.
You look good in goth makeup, dude. I'll give it to you.
You heard it here first. Guthrie is no longer Guthrie. He is Guthrina.
Oh, hey, thanks.
All right, Brian. So while we're on the subject of Spokane Ghost Talk podcast, you recently did a video on mental health awareness. Now, my question to you is, what does being mentally healthy mean to you?
You're asking the wrong person, because I'm not mentally healthy, bro. Mental healthy to me means, you're taking meds every day if you have a problem, and knowing that there's always somebody here that'll listen to you.
Absolutely.
Today, I'm not going to mention any names or anything, but I got reached out to today by one of my paranormal brothers. And, you know, he had some issues. I talked him down. We talked for about 30 minutes before his wife got home. I talked to his wife about it, told her everything that was going on, talked to him for another 15 or 20 minutes. And long and short of it, I told him to shut off his cell phone and enjoy the good company of his wife, because that's what he needs right now.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah, and you know, when it comes to doing the paranormal and stuff, being mentally healthy is something you definitely want to take into consideration, because spirits are they look for people who are more vulnerable. And if you go to an investigation, you're down about something, or you're mad about something, or whatever, it could end badly for you. It couldn't end badly for you, but it could. You know,
Well,
it goes both ways.
I'm going to tell you two things right now. Number one, I am the weak link of the team because of my mental disabilities.
Mm,
And number two, you know,
It's
speaking
me.
of reaching out to people, you know, I reached out to a certain somebody the night my wife told me that she was no longer in love with me,
oh,
and I was about ready to commit suicide.
wow.
And I reached out to one of my ghost brothers. I won't mention any names because he'll turn red and giggle like a little bitch, like he's doing right now. But I reached out to Guthrie, and you know, he talked me down. He was willing at 3 o'clock in the morning to come and pick me up, to come be with me, you know, to help me through that. And you know, to this day, I still, in my opinion, I owe Guthrie my life.
Right. That's the thing, man. It's always good to have somebody on your side, and when you have somebody on your side, you know, like Guthrie coming in, picking you up, and being with you, you know, that's the best thing in that kind of moment, you know. So,
You know, he actually stayed on the phone with me for what? It was almost 2 hours.
It was a little longer than that. We started the phone call at 3 o'clock. I don't think we were done until almost 6.
But dude, I owe you my fucking life, and I love you, Guthrie.
And I love you too, boo.
You know, you're definitely my brother, and you know, me and you together, we make an awesome fucking team.
absolutely.
No, I appreciate you. On a side note, since we're on sensitive topics, prayers, good vibes, and healing vibes towards my wife would be greatly appreciated. Won't go into detail as to what's going on, but you know, if you can just shove it out there in the universe for her, that'd be great.
Absolutely, man. I will.
I spread that in the Ghost Crew page and everywhere in our paranormal family.
Perfect. Thank you.
I will be spreading it as well right after the podcast.
Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, man. On a different note, so we can kind of liven it up again.
All right,
So-
I'll take my shirt off. You talked me into it.
All right,
Me,
fine.
me first. Me first.
All right,
So-
who's the hairiest contest?
You win.
Right.
You win, bro. I'm sorry, Brian. You win every time.
There's
The reason they call you the Yeti, Chewbacca,
Or Leadfoot.
like your butthole has a braidable beard.
So, Brian,
Supposed to be a secret.
we have been talking about pair unity these days. You, me, Matt, the rest of my team, and whatever. So, can you tell our viewers, when we get some, what pair unity is? What does pair unity mean to you?
You know, para-unity means a lot to me. You know, I've always had a sense of it. You know, I never took it balls to the wall like I do now,
Mm-hmm.
but I've always had my love for fellow investigators, whether we're beefing or, you know, territorial or whatever.
Yep.
But it was when I got a hold of Matt Barron that he really opened up my eyes to what paranormal unity was.
Yep.
And it's the love of the game where everybody needs to come together. And shut up, Guthrie. Instead of being, distant and territorial, we should all be as one, working for the same two goals. And that's to collect evidence to prove that the paranormal is real.
Absolutely.
And to help people with their paranormal.
Absolutely.
Wait. Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah.
Nice. So this whole time I thought I was muting my mic to laugh at something. I was still live.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
But that's why I decided to help the other paranormal teams like I do.
Mm-hmm.
I build Facebook group pages because they're extremely helpful when you're a paranormal investigator.
Absolutely.
And I build them community pages if they want them. And I will do custom logos for whoever wants them. And I do all of this for free, Donations are accepted, but not required.
Right. Anyone viewing or interested in being a part of Pair Unity, reach out to any of us and I will add you to the Pair Unity promotion video. So reach out to us, let's talk, and let's get you added in. So
Guthrie, have you seen this video yet?
Which one?
Marcus, play the video.
All right.
God.
All right, take a
Watch
look.
this, dude. This is freaking phenomenal.
Take a look.
Audio Jungle.
That was awesome.
Dude, this video to this day still triumphs any freaking video I have ever put out on TikTok.
Hey, check it out though. Which one was it that I saw? The Attic. Which one was that?
The Attic Junkie?
Yeah, that dude. Who did the symbolization for him opening up?
I did.
You did? Okay. That's Frostmourne from World of Warcraft, right?
Is it?
The sword, yeah, the biggest gaming company in the world right now.
Ah.
Careful with that.
Oh.
They'll get you.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
I want to change that to a video game that don't exist anymore, brother.
Right.
Just figured I'd throw it out there, cover your ass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we can change it up. So thank you for telling me that. So before we wrap up here, Brian, I got a couple more questions for you. What are your holiday plans, Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year for the Spokane Ghost Crew?
Well, Thanksgiving is going to be me sitting on my fat ass while my wife cooks a phenomenal dinner and I watch football for the first time this year. And I do a podcast with a special guest. And, I can't go into detail about it, but as far as Christmas goes, I actually don't celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
I did until about 8 years ago when my daughter was born on Christmas Day.
Oh.
So, I mean, we do Christmas in the morning. She gets to open her Christmas presents and everything. But after that is all said and done, the main focus is her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as New Year's goes, this town is really screwed up. So doing anything on New Year's Eve, as far as investigations go, is definitely a no-go.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
in this town, if you're looking for a fight, that's the perfect time to go out.
Yep, go downtown, guaranteed to get stabbed, shot, robbed, or car stolen, one of the five.
Right.
Or the skate park in Hilliard.
Yeah, that too.
Which leads me to my last and final question for you. What are some places that are on your 2022 bucket list to investigate?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, and Guthrie's actually online to hear this because he don't know about this yet either.
I'm sure I do. You just forgot you told me.
Could be I got stoned and I missed it, but I don't smoke weed anymore. So on our 2022 bucket list, I'm going to try to get us into the Montana State Penitentiary. I have to clear up a couple of warrants, and then I can get my license back. And once I do that, I plan on renting a van, and we're going down to Boise, Idaho for the Idaho State Penitentiary. There's a Job Corps up here in Washington that used to be half of a psychiatric unit. I'm in talks with them right now. There's Govan, Washington, which is a haunted ghost town that had a double axe murder.
Wow.
And somebody got robbed and shot. The only thing that stands there anymore is a schoolhouse, a couple of farmhouses, and I'm about to get my nose picked. There's a lot of big things I want to do in 2022. I want to try to change our luck around next year. And I want the SGC just like I want all my other brothers and sisters out there. Fucking pedals to the floor, balls to the wall. Let's go out and investigate every single place that we want.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. All right.
You have to excuse me for a moment as I strip my hoodie off.
Well, we're actually just about to wrap up here because we're running out of time. However, Guthrie, thanks for being a guest on my show tonight. I definitely appreciate it.
Oh, come on, Marcus. You're not an hour man? Come on now. What fun is this? Dude, I think he froze.
That or he's blowing us a really long kiss.
One of the three. One of the three. Marcus.
Joe.
Hello, are you there?
I wonder if you can stick your finger in his mouth. See, we have to go in from this angle.
Fish hook. Oh shit, there he is. So did you not hear a word I said before you froze?
I did not.
Damn.
What's the matter, Marcus? You're not an hour man? What the hell,
Oh,
dude?
we got 10 minutes, man. I got a plan to make us an hour.
Well, all right. He totally did not take that sexually like I thought he would.
Well, that's unfortunate. He needs to catch up here.
All right, guys.
So, man,
Well,
I want to
Brian
ask you a
and-
question.
Sure. What's up?
I want to know what all of our fans have in store for next year with the Minnesota Spirit Hunters. What
For
do
next-
we as fans have to look forward to?
For next year. All right. Glad you asked, because we have a hell of a year ahead of us for Minnesota Spirit Hunters.
That's what I like to
Starting-
hear.
Right. Starting January 1st, I am getting my whole team together, and I am showing my appreciation for them and throwing a Christmas/New Year's party. Now, the thing with that is going to be is we're going to, do a gift exchange, and we're going to do whatever, and then we're going to go out for a live free investigation right here on Facebook. I will not be disclosing the location quite yet, but that's our plan for the kickoff of the year. Starting in May of 2022, we're gonna have monthly investigations. It's our cemetery season, so we're gonna hit up 10 different cemeteries in 10 different months. 10 cemeteries, 10 months. And then we're gonna do our weekly podcasts, and we're just gonna be super busy, man.
That's awesome, brother. And actually, since I'm on your podcast, I want to make a bombshell announcement.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Mary. How are you doing?
Thanks for joining the show, Mary. Yes, I wasn't frozen. Brian and Guthrie were frozen.
Homie, you can't play that off.
And then we have Jason. What's up, Jason? Thanks for joining.
What's up, Jason?
And then, cool, 10 places, 10 months. Heck yeah. It's going to be epic. It's going to be, we're going to have a full plate. And it's going to be a crazy and wild year. So, no, Marcus was. It was Brian and Guthrie.
So check this out, homeboy.
What's up?
So Facebook apparently is starting to have a grudge against us paranormal investigators.
Really?
Every team is being screwed with some way, somehow. And I found this out through having Keith Evans on my podcast.
Yeah.
And how he's been jerked around. And then all of a sudden, November 1st, I get a 30-day ban from going live on Facebook because I said fuck 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
Dude, they have posts in there that say the N-word. They have shit in there that says all sorts of crap.
Oh, yeah.
So my plan is I'm going to hook StreamYard up to our Facebook group page starting December 1st. Because once I do that, I can go live not only in our group page where we always go live, but here's the kicker. Here's the bombshell. We are going to be going live through StreamYard on both our Facebook group page and our YouTube page.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
And I have got some off the wall places we're gonna be going by the end of the year.
Sweet.
You know, if I can't find us a residential, which we specialize in, if I can't find us a commercial building, which we like to have fun in, and obviously we can't do any of the cemeteries at night because they didn't renew our contract. So I'm going to think outside of the box, and I'm going to go just on a trail, maybe 1 to 3 miles into the woods. And man, I'm just going to bust out equipment and I'm going to go to town.
Do it, man.
Every virgin spot that I can think of.
Yes.
Thank you, Matt Barron, for that great idea. You know, but one of these days, Marcus, one of these days, either I'm going to make it up to Minnesota or your ass is going to make it to Spokane.
Dude, yes.
Either which way, we are going to have a great time.
Yes.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that.
What are we waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Well, do you fly or do you bus?
I fly, man. Oh, I've never flown before. I've only rode the bus. But
okay, I will tell you what. In February, I will buy your round trip ticket to come to Spokane, hang out with the crew for a week, and fly back. And then in the summertime, I will hop my 385-pound, 6'5" cramped ass on a Greyhound bus because I don't fly.
Right.
And I will come down to where you are for a week and we will get down.
Dude, I am down for that.
That is awesome, dude.
I am down for that, man. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. We will no longer be on two opposite sides of the camera. We're going to make this happen and meet up in person.
Exactly. And
that's a terrifying thought.
Sure is.
Come on, dude. Me, you, Marcus, Cardboard, Rick, David, and either Kimberly or Carol. Hell yeah.
We're closing the door so loud. Big mom should tell.
Brian, on a side note, my dude, I am not going to be available January 10th through the 22nd.
Okay, noted.
Okay, and then I'll message you why, or I'll just tell you now. It's my son was born January 10th.
Dude, I already know, brother. I already know.
All right.
You don't
we're on the same page.
If you don't want to, homeboy.
All right.
That's Mary, that sucks. Can't get past the border.
Yeah, it sucks. You can't get past the border. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
I remember when Canada and the U.S., you could walk across the freaking border and not have a problem, not have a care in the world.
Right. Well,
nowadays, they got to check you with a rubber glove and prostate exams and just nightmare.
One of these days, we're gonna find an excuse to get over to the UK and find something to investigate.
Dude, I don't fly and I don't do boats well. So if you can invent a car that floats on the water, we'll be good to go.
You know what? You're gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup.
All right, fair enough. We're taking a boat. I'm not flying.
Right. All right, guys. Well, I am running out of time here, but I'd love to keep it longer if it wasn't super late. However, Ryan and Guthrie, thank you guys very much for coming on the show tonight. We had a good time, and I think it was a good show.
Oh, brother.
I appreciate the invite.
Go ahead, Guthrie.
I appreciate the invite. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, man. And as always, it's my honor to be on your podcast finally. You know, you cleaned it up real nice. And to all the fans out there that are watching, you guys kick ass. Come check out the Spokane Ghost Crew on Facebook. Just go to search groups, type in Spokane Ghost Crew, and ask to join the page. You know, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and I hate saying this because it sounds so dirty every time, but we are on The Clapper. And as well as YouTube, you know, look up SGC Paranormal Adventures to check out our podcasts. Or if you want to see more of the footage that Marcus showed, type in Spokane Ghost Crew and look for the J&R house.
Yep.
Other than that, I love everybody out there. And Marcus, you're an asshole.
Right back at you, man.
All right, buddy.
Guess
All
what,
right.
though? You guys don't get the last word.
Screw off. Oh, what is it with him and Baron? Damn
I
it.
have no idea. He just ghosted us, man, again.
We got ghosted for a third time because Baron ghosted us too.
That bastard.
But Marcus, it's been a pleasure, brother. Thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely, man.
I look forward to seeing where you guys go. And don't forget, you're virtually investigating with me December 3rd at the Shannon House.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, you're virtually investigating with us on December 18th at the Boyd House.
That's right, 25 hours straight, baby.
Actually, we did the math. It's only 22. It's only 21 hours.
Oh, hey, that's even better.
Right.
I'll just stock up on some monsters, some munchies,
Yes,
and
sir.
yeah, we'll have ourselves a great time, brother.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, guys, help me thank Brian from Spokane Ghost Crew. Go over and check out his podcast and his investigations. You won't be disappointed. And you can check out our podcast every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Next week, it's going to be at 10:30 p.m. for some reasons that we had to situate. But what's up,
Margaret? You can't run your podcast on Wednesdays.
What's that?
That's my time. Wednesdays at 7.
Sorry, bro. Mine's at 9.
You son of a bitch. That's all right. I'm moving mine to Saturday.
All right.
I love you, brother. And you know, let's get together, bullshit after the show.
Yes, sir.
Maybe have a couple beers. You know,
Yes, sir.
do something.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Well, we will see you later. And once again, thanks for joining the show.
Later, guys.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. I want to thank Brian James for coming on with us, as well as Guthrie and all the viewers that we had and the viewers that are still sticking around. Don't miss our show next week, Wednesday night at 10:30 p.m. We have the founder of Nationwide Paranormal Group, Aaron Wing, on with us. It's going to be super fun. I appreciate you guys coming and watching MNSpiritCast for the second episode of Season 2. I will see you guys next week. Remember, keep your head up, stay strong, and happy hunting.
Audio Jungle.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.